There was a time and an age when the world was different. I grew up during the 1960s and 70s. I remember when we got our first color TV. It was a Quasar Works in a drawer. During that time, a television was considered a piece of furniture. It had a light-colored wood cabinet with a polished wooden top. It had to be dusted with furniture polish, just like all the other furniture. The TV had 4 spindle legs to add to the flavor of being a piece of furniture. On both sides of the tube were built-in speakers. The right speaker section contained the tubes and other electrical parts. This section would slide out like a drawer so that the TV repairman could access the internal components. I remember sitting on the large rag rug in our living room and watching cartoons on the TV. I was told that I sat too close, and this is why my vision is severely nearsighted. When we got the color TV, my mother instructed us to not tell our friends or neighbors about it. She didn't want us to boast about having the first color TV in our rural community. I grew up on a farm. We had cattle and crops. Our home was a short quarter-mile walk to the Street, Maryland post office. The elementary school and Presbyterian church were a 10-minute walk away. The local country store was within biking distance, about a mile or so. We knew everybody in this small rural community. Either church, school, or business associated us in this tightly knit village. The village was within the Street, Maryland post office, but the name of the town was Highland. Every Sunday, my family attended Highland Presbyterian Church. My 2 older brothers and I attended Highland Elementary School. My father graduated from the same school when it was Highland High School. Growing up on a farm was a sheltered life. Even though I remember hearing about the race riots in Baltimore and the Vietnam War, which was far, far away, my world was the farm and surrounding community. I knew more about the daily routines of feeding cattle, growing crops, mowing a huge lawn, riding my bicycle, and playing outdoors with neighbors and cousins than I did about the cities and far-off countries and cultures. It was a busy life filled with lots of play as a child and progressively more chores and work as I grew older. Attending school consumed much of my days, but summertime was full of activity. Mealtime was almost always a family activity. We sat together at supper. My mother impressed upon us boys the importance of good table manners. Dinnertime discussions often covered intellectual topics about politics, religion, economics, and philosophy. I remember often going to the dictionary or encyclopedia for more information or for an explanation about topics discussed at dinner. My father worked hard on the farm and sometimes spent evenings in the shop working on tractors or farm machinery. My mother was a thorough homemaker, cooking meals from scratch, doing laundry, ironing, cleaning the house, etc. My parents were hard workers, but kept us boys involved in 4-H, Boy Scouts, band, and other activities. I remember that it was a good life growing up on a farm.